Jaula. It's an all-woman fight card featuring undefeated Melissa Amaya. And Ana Palacios looks to get back on the win column. And the debut of the top prospect, Regina Tarin. Combate Global starts right now.
Combate Global.
What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
It's ladies' night in La Jaula here in Combate Global with the backdrop of Miami, Florida. We are excited in an all-women's fight card in Combate Global. Rodolfo Roman joined by El Jefe, Mr. Campbell McLaren, and Alex Wendling. Man, this is quite amazing. All-women's fight card, and we've had plenty of them, Campbell. We love our women. They always bring it.
Yeah, you know, it's always exciting, and they always fight like this is going to be the fight that will make their career.
And Alex, of course, this is most exciting for you. It shows the tenacity and gut and heart that women have.
We have the star on the rise, Regina Tarin, who had an early start in MMA. She has the potential to be a generational star.
Absolutely. So let's get ready to meet our first women to enter La Jaula as we get ready and show the tail of the tape, the head-to-head. Fernanda Marrufo, who returns to La Jaula, coming in search for her first victory here in Combate Global, taking on the 19-year-old prospect, Regina Tarin, out of Mexico, only 19 years old, won a medal at the IMMAF, and now she's debuting inside La Jaula. Beatriz, introduce the ladies. Let's
Welcome to Combate Global. Bienvenidos a Combate Global. Esta noche traemos un show muy especial. Tonight, we bring a very special show. It's Ladies' Night. Es Noche de Damas. And the question is, are you ready? Y arrancamos con mucha más acción. Las reglas de La Jaula. 3 vueltas de 5 minutos, 3 jueces, utilizando el sistema de 10 puntos. Este duelo en la división peso mosca desbao. In the flyweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Sr., Manuel Márquez, and Peter Samoyski. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un Combate Global. Introducing the blue corner, la esquina azul, wearing red and white, vestida de blanco y rojo. Su peso oficial, 125.2 libras, her official weight, 125.2 pounds, con un récord profesional de una victoria y una derrota, with a pro record of 1 victory and 1 defeat. De Puerto Vallarta, Jalisco, México, Fernanda Lapid Marrufo. Introducing the red corner, en la esquina roja, wearing black, vestida de negro. Su peso oficial, 125.4 libras, her official weight, 125.4 pounds. Esta noche entra a La Jaula invicta como profesional con 2 victorias tonight. She enters La Jaula undefeated as a pro with 2 victories. De sangre mexicana, Mexico City, México, Regina Kill Bill Tarin. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
Escúchame todo el tiempo, cuídate todo el tiempo. Si quieres tocar guantes, tocar. Buena suerte a los dos.
Fernanda Marrufo in red and Regina Tarin in black. 19-year-old prospect making her debut inside La Jaula. This all-women's fight card gets underway. Excited stuff here to see what this young lady's all about. But one thing that took me right from the spot, Alex, is the adrenaline rush. Maybe a lot of butterflies for Regina.
I have goosebumps right now. Does she know how to work it in the call-outs? I mean, she is a 19-year-old sensation who's dedicated her craft since she was 9 years old to martial arts. So she has all of the experience, but now can she handle the bright lights?
Absolutely. And Campbell, we've seen many superstars here that have just made their way starting at 19, 18 in Combate Global. And I got to tell you, our matchmakers, they got a good eye.
You know, I was talking with Vitor Belfort a little earlier today, and I actually saw him in action when he was 18 at the UFC way back when. Some people just have that talent that comes out very, very early in their career. Can they maximize it? Can they grow as athletes? They might have a killer spirit. I love her nickname, Kill Bill. Who's Bill? What did Bill do to her? She's apparently kind of angry.
And all those folks joining us in Fees, we welcome you once again. We love being out here and enjoying the fight inside La Jaula, an all-women's fight card. I believe it's our third, fourth already. And that's something, Campbell, that in Combate Global, we know that our fans, our fight fans, and your general fans love our women because they bring it all the time. They're competitive, young, veteran. They bring
Love
that
the
heart and
ladies.
guard. Absolutely. Great spading stuff there from Regina. Being creative right from the start. The butterflies are out the door because she's bringing everything.
I think the fans like this because it's still somewhat unusual. It's still somewhat new to see women doing this. Caitlin Clark making a lot of noise over on the basketball court. We've had women in MMA for a while, and still people are surprised when they see it. We're not used to seeing women punch each other in the face, and I find it quite entertaining.
But fight fans, Campbell, you know, there's no doubt that they love, they respect, and it goes back to that time when, you know, that previous organization that you owned at one point, they denied women's MMA, and they brought it in, and they saw how much of a huge success it was. But here in Combate Global, it's been a success from day one.
Yeah, I like to think so. You're talking about the UFC, and you're talking about Dana White famously saying you wouldn't have women. Listen, this is a star-driven sport. Ronda Rousey is a huge star. She would change anyone's mind.
And
And now we're seeing some clinch work.
Oh, yeah.
A great body lock takedown from Regina, who has a nice wrestling background, but it's actually her striking that she's more known for. She became a Golden Gloves champion in September of 2022, and she's also been working that jiu-jitsu, earned her purple belt over there at Bone Breakers in the city of Mexico. So great head positioning, basically when you pin your opponent against a cage using your head, and great pressure from the 19-year-old
Talk about the hooks, too, Alex.
Yeah, the hooks that we're seeing, she's looking to get an underhook on Fernanda Marrufo, but she might, you know, let loose of that just so she can get her posture up and get some ground and pound in. And I think everyone knows what ground and pound is, right?
I'm sure we do.
Self-explanatory.
I'm sure we do out here. And Regina Tarin going to the back there, trying to perhaps take it down to the floor, perhaps.
Great work. Now working to get her hooks in. Those long legs, the legs that she was once bullied for
There we
as a
go.
child. For
We get a
being
rear naked choke, perhaps, already very early on.
Uh-oh.
under the chin.
And she may
She's
have it,
locking
guys.
in.
This may be in deep. It could be a victory for this
She's
19-year-old
tapping.
girl.
That's it. All right.
Coming
Nicely
for the
done.
kill.
Nicely done.
Incredible. 19 years old.
Oh, look at the bow. All right, this one's a show-off.
First
this
round
level.
finish.
Wow.
Bloodied up Fernanda Marrufo.
You
She
know-
got her nickname Kill Bill because her coach said she's a little girl that likes to kill people. And that's exactly what she did tonight.
All right, listen, you guys cover for me. I got to go in there. I love this girl.
And as we know, if Campbell El Jefe has to get off his chair and go inside La Jaula, is because he is impressed. Beautifully executed, Wendling. Take it away.
Wow, she got under the chin, and she was so immediate to jump to the back of Fernanda Marrufo. Her first fight as a professional was also finished by rear naked choke, so she is very used to that position, and once she was on the back, she knew she had it locked.
Yeah, and usually when you're stuck in that position, Alex, unless you're able to, and it's so early on, there's no sweat in there to sneak in your hand. It was no way out for Marrufo. Another defeat inside La Jaula. Hopefully she'll return back again and get that victory one day. We'll be back with more action inside La Jaula. An all-women's fight card. Combate Global. We'll be back with more and the final result.
Guys, un fuerte aplauso para estos pecadores. Okay. Should I be playing music esa cosa?
It's another commercial.
Denles mucho.
45 seconds. 45, Campbell.
45 seconds, so that's another commercial. All right, this cha-ching. Cha-ching. No, leave her there. Just keep it hidden. Ah, the flag is good. The flag is okay.
Four, three, two. Aplauso, aplauso.
Incredible victory for the young. The result, Beatrice, let us know.
El tiempo oficial. 3 minutos y 14 segundos del round número 1, the official time. 3 minutes and 14 seconds of round number 1. And the winner, by way of submission, la ganadora por sumisión, Regina Tarin.
This young lady has a very promising future, just 19 years old. A rear naked choke in the first round, very quickly achieved, joined there by her brother and of course in Heaven Campbell McLaren. How exciting it must be for this young lady. She brought the gold from the IMMAF from Abu Dhabi to Mexico, but now she brings a victory from Combate Global.
Yes, and a wonderful body lock takedown really negates any threat that Fernanda had. And you got to think that that's exactly how she wanted this fight to go. Getting a finish in the first round. I mean, Maritza Sanchez could be watching this fight and said, hey, I fought Fernanda Marrufo and it took me to the second round. So this could be a potential matchup in the making. And Kill Bill, very, very confident. Look at that. Look at the look on her face. Yeah, I just did that. I got a first round finish. How about that? And a bow to top it off.
Throw the roses while you're at it. She definitely deserves the flowers for that victory. Incredible stuff for this young lady. 19-year-old coming up next. Oh, later. Coming up later. Sorry, we're trying to spoil it for you, but hey, listen, we got great fight cards here. Ana Palacios looking forward to get back in the win column. And the undefeated Melissa Gomez from Chiche, Chile, looking to keep undefeated. But she has a strong opponent against Ana Palacios. And there we go. We're ready to go. Samantha, Jean-Francois from France. Close to 20 fights taking on Melissa Amaya. Let's meet them.
Desde mi pelea hace un año no he peleado porque me quebré la mano otra vez cuando estaba entrenando. La preparación para esta pelea, honestamente, ha sido como un año. He trabajado mucho en ser más rápida, más fuerte, mentalmente, físicamente. Honestamente, no me importa quién está enfrente de mí. Me he estado preparando por un año. Yo estoy más fuerte que he estado en mi vida y lo más rápida. Puedo sentir en mi corazón que estoy lista y que le voy a dar un reto más duro de su carrera. Yo creo que por la manera de que ella pelea y la manera que yo peleo va a ser la perfecta receta para terminar la pelea. Yo no creo que va a ir los 3 rounds. Hola Samantha, espero que estés lista.
Entrando a la jaula, Melissa Amaya.
Melissa Amaya walking once again for the 7th time to la jaula.
Look at this confidence, Rodolfo. Look at the swagger. Look how she walks in. Look at this.
Beyond confidence, Campbell, and a lot of guts. She fought with a broken hand and finished off the 3 rounds and ended up getting that victory. Alex Wendling, but she meets a tough opponent tonight. Does she have what she needs to defeat the French woman?
I think she has all the tools in the toolbox, and just to piggyback off of what President Campbell said about her having fun in there, she told me that before this fight week, her fight weeks weren't fun for her. She was a little bit mentally struggling, but now she's working with Mindset Mike over there in San Diego and really wanted to make the focus of this fight week to have fun. And so we get a smile out of her before she heads inside La Jaula, ready to display her skills and the muscles that we've seen. This is the most ripped we've ever seen her.
You took the words out of my mouth. She definitely looked physically fit. A lot good here for this fight, bringing all the tools to defeat a potential, a very experienced fighter, as we get to meet Samantha Jean-Francois.
J'ai découvert les arts martiaux par un pur hasard. J'ai fait un cours d'initiation un jour et ça m'a beaucoup plu. Donc du coup, je me suis orientée vers ça et jusqu'à aujourd'hui, maintenant, c'est une grande passion. Alors je combats parce qu'en fait, j'adore l'esprit de compétition. J'aime beaucoup l'étape de toute la préparation qu'il y a avant et de se dire que je peux être face à quelqu'un qui a tout autant de pouvoir et d'armes que moi. Je suis une combattante qui travaille tous les aspects de ce sport, que ce soit technique, mental et au niveau de tous les aspects de cage, de cage control, de lutte, de boxing. Et avec voilà, beaucoup de force et techniquement, voilà, s'il faut aller à la guerre, je vais à la guerre. Mélissa Amaya, j'espère que tu es prête. Je sais que tu aimes la guerre, je vais t'en donner une.
Su oponente, Samantha Jean-Francois.
Jean-Francois making her way to La Jaula for the first time. This is a woman who has taken on savages like Weili Zhang, Rena Kubata from Japan, and several other women, Alex. A woman who's competed close to 20 times as a professional.
Rena is a killer too. She's faced some, you know, I love Melissa so much. This is a tough fight. Samantha's coming in from France. She's a champion of Hexagon, our good friends in France, Laurent and Jerome Peru. And we're delighted to have her here. I'm not sure I'm rooting for her just because I'm such a Melissa fan, but I think this is going to be a very tough fight for both these women. They're both very accomplished.
Absolutely, it's going to be a tough competition for Melissa Amaya as we get ready to meet these women on the head-to-head here, what they bring to the table. France versus the United States, Melissa Amaya, Samantha Jean-Francois. As we get ready for this bout, our main event of this all-women's fight card. We'll be back with the action. And our main event is just seconds away. Melissa Amaya of the United States, dressed in green and red, and Samantha Jean-Francois with the yellow and the green representing France. As we head to the tail of the tape, both these women Main eventing our all-women's fight card, 29-37. The experienced fighter, spicy Samantha Jean-Francois. The height, 5'4" to 5'3". The 65.8 reach for Amaya, 63.5 for Samantha. And 115.8 to 116 Samantha. Beatrice, enough of the talking. Let's get this fight going.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este es el evento estelar de esta noche. We continue with much more action. This is the main event of the evening. División peso paja, strawweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Peter Samoyski, Richard Green Sr. and Richard Green Jr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing green and red, vestida de verde y rojo. Su peso oficial, 115.8 libras. Her official weight, 115.8 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicta como profesional con 6 victorias. Tonight, she enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 6 victories. De Chaparral, Nuevo Mexico, fighting out of Spokane, Washington, Belisa La Bamba Amaya. Introducing the red corner, la esquina roja, wearing yellow and blue, vestida de azul y amarillo. Su peso oficial, 116 libras. She tipped the scale at 116 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula con 8 victorias y 7 derrotas. Tonight, she enters la jaula with 8 victories and 7 losses. From Marseille, La France, Samantha Spicy Jean-Francois. El referee, Marcos Pérez de Panamá.
Come on, por favor. Right, you already know the rules. I want a clean fight. Obey my command at all time. Touch glove if you want. Okay, you don't want to touch glove? Okay, go to your corner. Touch glove, okay.
The French woman, Samantha Jean-Francois, taking Melissa Amaya of the United States, making her return after that hand injury. She is competing once again for the 7th time inside La Jaula. Can she keep that O, or will it be ruined by the experienced, spicy Samantha Jean-Francois?
Well, look, you know what I see here? I see Melissa, who's done her whole career with Combate. She's a great fighter, 6-0. Samantha has fought all over the world, all different types of opponents. To me, this is an interesting matchup. Can the referee move his butt out of my shot? I want to see how Samantha, who's been around the world, compares to a homegrown Combate fighter.
Now, this is a dangerous position, Alex, for Melissa. Samantha picking up close to 7 victories by way of RNC, rear naked choke. She is a submission expert.
Yes, but Melissa Amaya was the one who went for that takedown because she's very confident in her ground game as well. But we'll see if she's going to look to break out of the guard or if she, wants to move into some more ground and pound territory here. But again, they're getting to feel each other out, feel each other's strength. So this is a really telling part for both of these fighters.
And it was a good tactic for Melissa to take her down because Samantha is that pressured fighter. She likes to pressure you. So for take her down, she could go and make her work on the ground.
And you see Rick Little right behind Melissa giving her instruction. Rick, a very accomplished trainer.
Had that forearm there right on the throat, and that could be very obnoxious. If this would have been a gi tournament, maybe she would have had something there, but this is MMA. And you mentioned about Rick Little, Campbell. She mentioned during the interviews this week how she called up Rick right after the first round and told her, listen, we got to do something. I broke my hand, but I got to keep fighting. And she did, and she won.
Hey, Rick, Juliana Pena hates you. Just want to put that out there.
But Juliana Pena is actually the fighter inspiration of Melissa Amaya.
Absolutely.
She looks to...
There's some drama. There's a backstory there.
Oh, yes.
Different topic for a different day, Campbell?
I don't know. May come out. Depends how this fight goes.
And now we're seeing how Melissa Amaya is looking to utilize that grip under the head of Francois. So she is really kind of just negated in this position a little bit, especially up against the cage.
She's crunched and negated.
Yeah,
This is,
but the
I mean,
offense is definitely a little bit put on a standstill.
Yeah.
And both women do have that cardio. They could go the distance. Amaya's most victories, 3 wins by stoppage, 2 by subs, 1 by knockout.
You know, this is a bizarre sport. If you're new to the sport and you're looking at this position, you're trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, this is a weird position right here because you've got Samantha jacked up against the fence. She's on her back. You see the legs wrapped around Melissa because she's trying to hold Melissa's hips back so she can't get up high and punch her, elbow her. And this is just the human pretzel. This is a double pretzel. Is that a technical term?
I think that does a great job of explaining what's going on.
To bring in a layman's term.
Layman. I'm a layman. I'm a casual.
You're just lame, Campbell.
I'm just lame.
Samantha searching for something here in this position. She does have that shield there with that right leg trying to push off Amaya, but she does have the hooks there, Alex, for not allowing to get a sweep.
Yeah, and right now, Melissa is working, trying to get past the guard of Francois. But here she's putting her arm and putting that shoulder pressure. That's a big point of what she's trying to do there, because if she can get Francois' face to look the other way, she can control a lot of where her body is going to go. So great pressure from La Mamba, who's going to try to use those slithery, snaky moves and isolate an arm right here.
Look at this. She is just dominating her on the ground here. They're matched up so well, except they're 10 years apart in age.
Age doesn't matter, Campbell. Just a number.
Just
sometimes.
a number, I guess.
Sometimes.
I'm not sure it's just a number for fighters. I mean, I would say Melissa's coming into her peak performance years.
100%. She's coming off of that great win against Julian Knoll, where we didn't really get to see that much groundwork. But now she's getting to put it on display, and I feel like we're seeing a lot of that isometric strength from Melissa Amaya.
Yeah, right after that fight, well, before Julian Knoll, I remember Melissa telling me I need to work more on my hands, and she sure did. We saw it against Knoll. We talked about not showing a lot of groundwork is because she was confident in her hands. But there's much more in this fight left. We'll be back with more and head to the second chapter of Amaya versus Jean-Francois.
Les kicks ça passe, t'as vu le kick ça passait? Au dépasse-toi. Et tu touches en sortant, d'accord? Tu descends et tu frappes en bas. Là, quand tu dois baisser, là, tu vas monter.
And welcome back, Melissa Amaya, taking on the French woman Samantha Jean-Francois in our main event here of Combate Global, but we still have our co-main coming right after.
Oh, they're all main events. Come on, these fights are great.
Mucha más acción, you read it correctly. Much more action as Samantha now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, she's down. Ow. Oh,
crazy up kick.
Oh, my God.
Holy cow.
Dude, this is the most fun I've ever seen Melissa La Mamba Amaya having a fight. She is throwing haymakers, and she landed clean with an overhand right, confident as hell, and now she's laying down that ground and pound, and Samantha is in trouble.
Way to go. And here in Combate Global, we got that open scoring. The judges saw it. That first round going to the American Melissa Amaya. 10 even. But that shot from Amaya might have damaged Samantha.
I think she was out for a moment there. And she got that up kick. I don't know if that was luck or just, muscle memory.
It must have been muscle memory, the way she landed. But how much of an impact it had to Amaya, I don't think it had any, because she is being just a savage here from this position, landing in those punches. Very confident in her fight game, Alex.
Yeah, this is beautiful work. The way she's able to hold her down, shift the hips, and also do it in her corner right here.
Right.
It's a perfect scenario for the second round.
Oh, those elbows. Look at those vicious elbows from Amaya. And you said it right, Alex. She's definitely listening to Rick Little for those directions.
I wonder if she's seeing Rick, Juliana Pena hates you. I think he knows.
I think Twitter's going to buzz right now.
JP, if you're watching, I know I love you. You know I love you. Rick's a great coach. He's a great coach. A lot of great fighters coming out of Spokane.
Now, what I've been keeping an eye on is that figure 4 lock that she has on Amaya, Alex. She keeps it, she lets it go. She keeps it, she lets it go. Right now it's not on her, but that could have done something for her, for Samantha.
Look at Melissa's back. Do you see how strong she is?
No, she looks in
she
physical
looks great
great
on this
shape.
fight.
Great shape. Best we've ever seen her here for the 7th time inside La Jaula.
And right now they're in a half guard position, which is advantageous for Melissa being up against the cage here. But for a second, she thought to just completely move to mount, which is when you're completely on top of your opponent in the best position to get some ground and pound in. But again, look at that arm against the face.
Yeah. Look how she positions the knee for Melissa Amaya. Listen, they studied her opponent quite well. The strategy has worked. Just taking Samantha out of her fight game.
Samantha's taking a little bit of a beating here.
It's a roadblock. You could take all the experience out the door right now, because Melissa Amaya
is just dominating here.
Pure domination.
Look at those elbows. This is such an uncomfortable place for Samantha.
Wow. Vicious. And using La Jaula, pinning her.
She's got to start defending herself, or this could be stopped if those punches keep coming down with the elbows.
Yeah, Marcos, the referee, might stop this.
And he's keeping a close eye there. And there's some other women here in Combate Global Campo that are keeping a very close eye at Amaya.
Yeah.
One name comes to mind right now.
Who is that?
Sanchez. One of the top fighters. And we have some really great fighters here. Oh, stop, there it is. That's it.
That's a good call. That's a good call. All right, I got to go in for this too, guys. You got to cover for me. These fights are too great.
You're getting in your 10,000 steps today, Campbell.
All right, I got to go.
You're good. El Jefe liked the fight. And I'm sure many other women are keeping a close eye at Melissa Amaya. Incredible victory. Continues to be undefeated in La Jaula. 7-0 for Amaya. We'll be back with the final result after the break. Melissa Amaya continues to be undefeated, improves to 7-0. Beatriz, let us know.
El tiempo oficial, 3 minutos y 44 segundos del round número 2. The official time, 3 minutes and 44 seconds of round number 2. And the winner by technical knockout, la ganadora por knockout técnico, Melissa Amaya.
What a victory for Melissa. Amaya improves to 7-0 against an experienced fighter in Samantha Jean-Francois. It goes to show you that she is able to get in there where the savages just bring on the next competition. She's ready. We'll be back with more.
Señores, fuerte aplauso. Let's go.
7-0 for Melissa Amaya, taking on the experienced French woman Samantha Jean-Francois. Alex Wendley, most definitely, she looked awesome in there.
She said she came, I went in there and she goes, I came back with a vengeance. Scared me.
Yeah,
She sure
after
did.
a year off, trying to recover from a broken hand and really wanting to make a statement that she's undefeated for a reason and she's willing to fight whoever is willing to sign that contract.
Look at
and
that.
she made a come-forward fighter look like it was her first day in the cage. Melissa La Mamba Amaya, 7-0, honestly, queen of La Jaula.
Ooh, she's definitely wearing that crown tonight. Very shiny. You can see it from a different planet how shiny that thing is. 7-0, improves undefeated. Look at that confident, stepping over a fighter who has close to 20
Hey, that's me
fights.
back there.
Great
Yeah,
stuff
look,
for the American Melissa Amaya in his all-women's fight card, but we still have more. That's right. We got
Always
Melissa
more.
Gomez. Will she
Much
remain
more
undefeated?
action.
Taking on Ana Palacios, who's looking forward to get another victory. We'll be back with a fight.
Okay.
Guys, don't leave your seats. This is one of the last fights, so don't leave your seats. You might miss something. It's quick.
¿Por qué me gusta? Es algo que está tan en uno que es algo que el cuerpo, la mente y el corazón te lo piden. Mi hija me está esperando en Chile, el saber que me extraña, la chance que uno tiene de ser mamá le da una fuerza que pocas sabemos de qué se trata. Eso me hace querer ganar y demostrarle que todo se puede. Tengo buenos desplazamientos, tengo golpeada. En mi última pelea se notó mi evolución como peleadora y ahora vengo con más ajuste, más precisión y más poder. Vamos a atacar. Yo creo que sí puede que mis manos hagan mucho daño. Ana Palacios, espero que subas tus manos porque yo voy con todo.
Will Melissa Gomez keep that O as she takes on potentially the most experienced fighter to date in Ana Palacios? We'll find out next.
Yo no peleo por demostrar algo, simplemente es algo que me apasiona realmente, que me llena como persona y el estar arriba de la jaula es una emoción, algo inexplicable pero maravilloso al mismo tiempo. De esa última pelea aprendí que no solo es importante trabajar la parte física y técnica, sino que el entrenamiento mental, el ir bien enfocado, son partes importantísimas en la preparación de un peleador. Puede ser una muy buena pelea de pie, pero también siento que soy mucho más fuerte que ella en el piso, entonces pues es mejor ir a la segura y buscar la pelea en el piso. Para mí el poderme llevar la victoria en esta pelea significa que he vuelto a ser la Ana que era en un principio y que no va a haber quien me detenga.
La guerrera Ana Palacios in search to get back to the win column. The mental game, that was her fault. Now it says it's improved. We'll find out if she gets that W and if we get the old Ana Palacios.
We fight this segment, right? Just walk. Go walking. You got it. Guys, fighters are going to walk in now. Fighters are walking in. When they walk in, big applause. Let's keep it warm. Let's keep it warm. Here we go. Okay, but the baja no way. Wait, do you have a friend that has any patience with this guy? He needs a room. Think, and no way is the best area for that, bro. Not La Para. You're in North Coral Gables. Bro, you gotta be asking everybody, bro. You gotta be asking everybody. Robert! That's good. What's that street called, bro? Jaula. Robert! I still have PTSD of when we lost him.
Never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. Eight, seven, now he's back. Señores, fuerte aplauso, let's go!
Entrando a la jaula, Melissa Gómez.
When you look at Melissa Gomez, the thing that stands out is his footwork and boxing. But she said earlier on this week, I have ground game. I just haven't shown it because I had a lot of injuries. But now I'm on 100%, Alex.
Yeah, she's definitely ready to go and ready to showcase that she is a well-rounded fighter. I have a feeling she is going to want to keep it on the feet against Ana Palacios, but she's locked in, ready to go, and ready to punctuate a perfect record once again here in La Jaula.
In Campbell, there's no doubt there's a long, strong fan base for our Chilean fighters.
I got to say, if I look in terms of Spanish-speaking countries, Mexico is the most developed in MMA after U.S., of course, and it's hard to. I think Chile is next. Certainly in South America, Chile and Colombia are the leaders in terms of development of the sport. We see a lot of great fighters from Chile. Peru at one point looked like it was coming along, but we haven't seen that many winners out of Peru lately. But Chile, very strong, small country.
Su oponente, Ana Palacios.
La Guerrera, Ana Palacios. At one point, undefeated, one of the top in her division. Has had a setback, 2 fights back-to-back. However, she said, the last time I fought, I just didn't feel myself. There was something going on mentally. I have worked on this, and a win for me tonight will be bringing back that old Ana Palacios, that one that's in deep waters, and all of a sudden she'll pull off those victories.
Yeah, we were all disappointed in that last fight. There was something wrong. There was something not right. Anna's a favorite around here. We want to see her do well. But this is she sort of got to do well on this fight.
And pain plus reflection equals progress, and that is what she is looking to accomplish here tonight. She's just 25 years old, representing Bone Breakers MMA, and she brings that name to life with the submission attacks she pulls. If you don't tap quick enough, it's tap or snap.
Absolutely, as we get ready for our co-main. Gomez undefeated, Ana Palacios looking for a W. We'll be back with the bout after the break.
DJ Music. 7, 6, 5, thank you, DJ, 4, 3, un aplauso!
And here we go, Melissa Gomez, undefeated, taking on the Mexican Ana Palacios. Mexico versus Chile in La Jaula to cap off this all-women's fight card. Great stuff coming up in this bout. 32 for Gomez compared to Palacios 25. The height advantage going to the women from Chile, as well as the reach. And the weight 106 to 105.2 as we get this bout ready to go. Beatriz.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este duelo en la división peso átomo. We continue with much more action this bout. In the atom weight division, los jueces son the judges are Manuel Marquez Jr., Peter Samoyski, and Richard Green Jr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing red and blue, vestida de rojo y azul. Su peso oficial, 106 libras. She tipped the scale at 106 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicta como profesional con 4 victorias tonight. She enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 4 victories. De Santiago de Chile, Melissa Gomez. Introducing the red corner, la esquina roja, wearing black, vestida de negro. Su peso oficial, 105.2 libras. Her official weight, 105.2 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 7 victorias, 3 derrotas y un empate. With a pro record of 7 victories, 3 losses and 1 draw. De sangre mexicana, Mexico City, México. Ana la Guerrera Palacios. El referee, Christopher Miñoki.
Hey, escúchame todo el tiempo, cuídate todo el tiempo. Si quieres tocar guantes, toca. Buena suerte a los dos.
The gloves are touched. The respect is there. Ana Palacios. Did she go through the mental hurdle? Is she the old Ana
Listen,
Palacios?
she's got to answer those questions, Rodolfo. There's no doubt. But what I think this fight is, Mexican MMA versus South American MMA. Like, how developed are these? Mexico, we know has been doing it longer, but Chile has really come on strong.
Stepping up, and we've seen some of them compete inside La Jaula.
The rivalry is starting to become very iconic in Combate Global.
I think that's right. I think that is right.
And we saw some folks out there in the stands representing La Roja. That's for the Chile soccer team. Gomez, known for that boxing footwork.
Look at a good head movement, too. Right? We don't see so much good head. Whoop. Oh, there.
She has great head movement, Campbell.
Fast.
What could be that could be very frustrating for Ana, Alex.
Yeah. Melissa Gomez likes to work in diagonals. She's very elusive. She's bouncing around, and Ana Palacios is definitely looking at her time to shoot in for a takedown, but she's going to have to pepper in like a barrage of punches to close that distance and be able to get a takedown against Melissa Gomez, who had a lot of practice evading takedowns against Katie Perez, a jiu-jitsu specialist. So we'll be able to see what Ana Palacios can work in here.
Alex is so right about the angles Melissa's working. Like, it's you can't figure out which way she's coming from. She's got those long legs, and her good footwork, good head movement. It's starting to look tough for Ana already.
Nice high kick there. She likes to switch stances as well, and it's in those switch stances moments that Ana Palacios can capitalize off those openings, because when you're switching stances, you leave some openings on the defensive side. So we'll be able to see if Ana can push up a little bit on that pressure, because if you don't give Melissa Gomez a reason to back up, she's not going to back up.
Gomez Palacios leaving already some dents in that left leg of Gomez, the inner thigh. Gomez entering La Jaula for the 5th time. All her victories have come by way of decision. I'm sure she's hungry to get that first victory by way of a stoppage or finish or knockout. Contrary to Ana Palacios, her last time we saw her inside La Jaula was back in December, taking Anastasia Nikolokakos. And that was a defeat for her in the third round by TKO. And she said she's over that mental hurdle. She feels good, feels confident, and she wants to prove not only to herself but to the world.
Well, she looks better in this fight than she did in December.
Yeah, she came, you could tell that confidence in there is in there as she stepped inside La Jaula. More focused, more calm. She says she's been working a lot of that mental game, not just on her technique. Although she has put a lot of hours in jiu-jitsu, Alex. She says she's been training a lot of in jiu-jitsu tournaments, both gi and no gi.
Yes, and it's very interesting because a nice takedown.
And that's where Ana likes it, but she got right back up.
And it's interesting because Ana Palacios said she wasn't mentally there last time, but Melissa said physically she had a cold, and now we're getting a little heated. So we're not going to see some of that lack of cardio from Melissa Gomez, who said she was struggling getting over a cold in her last fight. But right now, the Chilena content to play from the outside, really leading the dance.
I love this fight. I love these women. I love Combate.
Yes, we love our women here at Combate Global on the best platform, Fuse TV, celebrating the badass women that make this sport great.
Chingona.
They don't take any easy routes here. Our women come for a W. They don't try to protect their records, and we're seeing it right here, right now.
Or win on points. They don't try to win on points.
No, they ain't pickleball.
Yeah, they ain't pickleball. My darling wife, if you're watching, I know you love the pickleball.
By the way, great axe kick attempt there from Gomez.
Yeah, and Gomez really starting to put some money in the bank with those leg kicks. They're adding up here against Ana Palacios, who's going to start feeling those after a while. She's going to have to start checking them a little bit more. And we're going to have to see a little bit more volume. I think working in a double jab to close that distance for Ana Palacios will be key. So it'll be interesting to see what advice she gets from her corner.
Throw punches in bunches.
Yeah, she has to get in there and scrap a little if she wants to go for that takedown. And she has the hand. She has the power. Of course, the confidence on her ground game is on point, but there's no doubt in previous fights that when she has to throw down, she's not shy about it.
Who wins this round, guys?
Oh, great left.
Maybe Ana.
I got to give the nod to Melissa Gomez.
All right, it is.
Those hands, man, they're quick, they're fast, they're precise, as she stated in that interview. Great stuff. And this is only the first round.
Wow.
We still got much more to go, and we'll be back with a second chapter.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Creo que ganamos este round, ¿ya? Nos falta un poquito, sumarle un poquito de golpe. ¿Ya? Nos falta sumarle un movimiento. Cuando ella queda en el aire, yo creo que le tire de uno, de dos y de tres golpes. Ya está quedando muy fuera. ¿Ya? Démosle el chance de la pelea. La manténgala ahí en la cabo, manténgala. ¿Ya? Ella tira de un puro golpe. Ella tira de un más. ¿Ya?
Combate Global on Fuse. We hope you're enjoying it, because we sure are. We are off for standing on our feet watching this bout, just like all these folks inside the Univision studios. Fireworks in that first round, guys.
Definitely. We saw some awesome kicks from Ana Palacios, who has been doing karate since she was 9 years old. But will we see some of that Mexican boxing come into play here? We know she has some great training partners at Bone Breakers, Yasmin Nahara, and one that we just saw, Regina Tarin. So will we be able to see her mix in and really show the full martial arts spectrum here?
You know, Melissa's it's a weird posture. It's
And we got the open scoring here, that first round going to
Alex
Gomez.
was right. I've told you before, Alex, I'm always wrong.
Oh! Lost her footing for
what
Gomez.
A scramble.
But Gomez, the precision there with that boxing, and it's so hard to bring the boxing and MMA sometimes with that footwork. There's just
the
certain people
setup
that
is
could really,
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're different sports. They're connected, but you can't get the full torque that you do in boxing because of your foot position.
Well, there's only a few, maybe you can count the people that can do that are able to apply it in MMA and then work on the other departments as well. But you can count them. It's so hard. It's a different thing. That's why they had that big discussion when McGregor made that jump of Mayweather. Oh, yeah, no.
Well, McGregor started as a boxer, though. Right. I mean, he was a boxer before he was an MMA fighter, so that was really his base.
But the stance, as it was molded into MMA, footwork.
His jiu-jitsu is very good.
Great.
I've heard his whiskey's crap, though.
I've never tried it, actually.
I have. I won't say how it tasted, but I just say I have. We'll leave it at that.
I noticed you didn't disagree.
We'll leave it at that.
All right, back to our fight. These fights have been great. This is a great fight. I'm so happy for Anna. She's really putting on a really strong fight. I'm impressed with Melissa. I can't describe her style. It's just like offbeat to me.
Very unorthodox, very confusing. It's a puzzle that many have tried to figure out and they have not. Just like Ana Palacio here is still. Oh,
nice! Right on cue. Hasn't figured it out and has a nice 2 straight down the clown's mouth. Getting it done. Now, these two are atom weights, but they're deceptively powerful. And that's why you're seeing a little bit of caution from both of them. Both not wanting to get too deep inside the pocket, because once they start exchanging those uppercuts, overhand rights, you start to taste a little bit of that. And I know the Chilena probably wasn't loving the way that straight 2 fell.
She got a little whiplash out of that, I'm sure. Great insight.
She's loosening up, is Ana Palacios, La Guerrera.
And what's impressive is here that Ana Palacios, maybe just 1 or 2 attempts to go to the ground, but the most she's stayed right in there toe-to-toe with Gomez. And then she tried to get that leg. But exchanges, that's all it's been, the story of this fight.
Sometimes when a fighter comes back off a disappointing fight, they want to stand and bang to show it.
She looked for the trip there. Now she has 2 underhooks, which is Ana Palacios' arm positions up against the cage. Now Melissa Gomez looking to really play her cards right here, because ideally she keeps things at distance. But Ana Palacios is finally at a place where she feels comfortable. And if she could get Melissa Gomez to her back, we've seen Ana Palacios submit another Chilena by Americana. So it could be a story of that if they
by a what?
Here. An Americana, a shoulder lock, a key lock.
Ah, I thought you meant the coffee drink.
And that goes back to July of 2021. That was Gloria Bravo, who also trained at Pinto, the gym out there in Chile. But Ana Palacios is that type of fighter that no matter what position she is, if she seems like she's in trouble, never count her out. Going back to that fight with Bo Hyun Park from Korea, seemed that she was knocked out and all of a sudden pulled out the armbar submission.
That was a great fight.
Yeah, sure was.
I feel like we blinked and now we're already with 30 seconds left in the second round here. Straight to the back.
Well, that's when you get much more action, Alex.
Wow.
And the hook's there by Ana Palacios, and it could be dangerous.
With 20 seconds
Maybe
left.
the rear naked choke.
Oh, yeah.
She is
back in. Whoa.
She is back in the win column.
Awesome. Great comeback, Anna. Welcome back, Anna. Oh, my God. I got to go in there again for this.
Is back.
We'll
3 get the official
what a
results.
fight.
Let's go.
El tiempo oficial, 4 minutos y 39 segundos del round número 2. The official time, 4 minutes and 39 seconds of round number 2. And the winner, by way of submission, la ganadora por sumisión, de sangre mexicana, Ana Palacios.
Her 8th victory as a professional. She had 2 defeats back-to-back. She said there was a mental game that was difficult to overcome, but she sure did here tonight over this victory over Melissa Gomez. Alex Wendling, amazing stuff from La Guerrera.
We have seen 3 finishes tonight. The women bringing mucha más acción. And honestly, just props to Ana Palacios for being able to stay calm. She didn't win that first round, and she's able to get a submission in the second. We just take a look at these highlights, man. When they were on the feet, they were not afraid to exchange. A great 1-2 from Ana Palacios. Straight to the back. She was confident in this moment, just jumping to the back. And we've seen that quite a few times tonight. The confidence to just really execute, immediately get under the chin, and finish a classic rear naked choke for the Bone Breaker representative. A proud moment for La Guerrera.
Campbell, you were inside La Jaula, and when you're there, that means you gave it thumbs up. You get you did. You get an exchange here. Great, amazing stuff there from La Guerrera. Improves now to 8 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. As we take a look at our stats for this bout. Great, amazing stuff for Ana Palacios, who is now in the win column. And is ready for action very, very soon, because she didn't take too much damage, to say the least, guys.
Yeah, she should definitely be feeling pretty proud right now. A beautiful, beautiful submission with 20 seconds left. And it was immediately that Melissa Gomez tapped up.
So we'll go back now to a fight filmed earlier today with Mariah Castro taking a debut of Zubieta.
Duelo a un peso pactado de 110 libras. We continue with much more action this bout. At a catch weight of 110 pounds, los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Sr., Manuel Márquez Jr., and Peter Samoyski. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. En la esquina azul, in the blue corner, wearing black, vestida de negro. Su peso oficial, 109.6 libras. Her official weight, 109.6 pounds. Con un récord profesional de una victoria y una derrota. With a pro record, 1 victory and 1 defeat. From Kearney, New Jersey, Mariah Castro. En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing green and red, vestida de rojo y verde. Su peso oficial, 108 libras. She tipped the scale at 108 pounds. With a record of 3 victories and 2 losses. Con un récord profesional de 3 victorias y 2 derrotas. De sangre mexicana, Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Ailed Zubieta. El referee, Marcos Pérez.
Okay. Ya saben las reglas. You already know the rules. I want a clean fight. O voy a mi comando. Choque en guantes si quieren. Torso y if you want. Corner.
Ailed Zubieta making her debut in La Jaula, and Mariah Castro making a return to Combate Global.
And Ailed's first time fighting out of her country of Mexico. It must be pretty cool to visit Miami and also get a payday in fighting. After also getting a wonderful flying armbar submission in her last fight, she's looking to get the finish.
There's something fighting outside of your territory that you've competed so many times. You know, the nerves, the whole flying. I mean, it's an exciting moment for you. And for Zubieta making that opportunity, you know, this being the largest stage that she's competed on, you know, everything's on the board here, and she needs to bring it to show what she's all about.
against Mariah Castro, who is no stranger to the Combate Global cage. She's made the trip here from the Northeast twice before, and her most recent outing was against Yanet Garcia, who's a Muay Thai specialist. And she wasn't able to showcase a lot of her wrestling here, but I know something that Mariah was working on in the time from May 28th in 2023 to now was her striking and how she can incorporate her striking into her wrestling game.
Blending in both martial arts with the wrestling and the striking. That is key. And the wrestling has been very effective when she took on Lupe Mateo. That's exactly what got her that victory. In fact, it was like a last-minute takedown in that third round to solidify the victory for Mariah Castro, who trains out of Carnicela MMA. Also trains out there with Natalie Schlesinger, who also has competed in Combate Global.
And also has a fight against Mariah in the amateur league. So
Isn't that crazy?
That must be awesome to be able to train with someone who you've gone to absolute war with, because now you have a training partner for life who is gonna try to exploit the holes and make you see things in your game that you might not have seen yourself, as we get into a little bit of a firefight between these two, Zubieta and Castro.
You know, that's always cool when you do compete against someone and you meet them and they invite you to your gym, Alex. It's a really cool experience, and it shows the respect that you're able to help each other out.
And off that single leg, it was a single leg that Zubieta was able to get a flying armbar on, and you can see her isolate the arm,
for the
trying to get a triangle choke here. She has the shoulder really in. Oh, this could be close here. She's looking to tie it in, and Mariah Castro has to be careful of that arm right here.
Getting out of this position, she has it quite tight, Alex. What does she need to do?
In order to get out of this, she needs to get her shoulder, her right shoulder, more inside of that triangle so she can give herself some breathing room while also not giving up that arm, because Zubieta has it on her hip. So if she wants to get that torque right here, ooh, will she be able to escape? Mariah Castro gets out of that against a jiu-jitsu brown belt. That is some impressive stuff there, and we're going to see some heavy top pressure from Mariah Castro, who should feel pretty comfortable in this position.
Yeah, Zubieta eats, sleeps, eat MMA or martial arts, as her and her husband run a gym. She's the head trainer there for the children's jiu-jitsu class.
Such goals.
Isn't that cool? And then Tito Castro is her husband, is her head coach, and he's in the house, of course, tonight.
Yes, being able to travel with your partner, you know, try to get the win here. She's in a little bit of a tough position, but able to get to her knees and then work for a single leg and to the back. Jumps
wrapping
for
up
it.
a bed.
Very Ana Palacios-esque, just jumping for that. We've had 3 finishes tonight. Will we see another one in this amazing all-women's fight card on Fuse TV?
Rear naked chokes have been the choice for tonight, as we had 2 victories by way of rear naked chokes. Could it be a third one tonight on an all-women's fight card?
And now for some of the jiu-jitsu casuals, Zubieta is trying to lock in on a knee bar right here. She's basically gonna try to work her hips on top of Mariah's knee to try to get a hyperextension, kind of like an arm bar, but for the knee.
The leg.
Yeah, for the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's working that here, but she loses the knee line, which is the crucial part of pulling off a submission like that.
And to clinch Mariah. Great head positioning there. Could able to land some knees, some shots, maybe change the levels and break her down. And yes, she does. Straight takedown for Castro.
But straight into the guard of someone who is very dangerous off their back. And she's always hunting for those arm bars or a triangle. And she has very, very flexible hips. So when she's in these positions, she's very comfortable.
Castro, though, very good at positioning her body and posturing and protecting those hands to not be free for a submission. Good stuff for the young lady, Castro, out of the United States, out of Jersey.
It'll be pretty interesting to see which way the judges give the nod. Here at Combate Global, we have that open scoring, so we don't have to wonder for too long. But Rodolfo, which way did you have it?
Well, the takedowns here make the difference, but the fact that Zubieta was continuously offensively on the ground, I don't know how much that plays a role in the judges' eyes. But Alex, break it down for us.
Yeah, we're going to see some great exchanges on the feet. Went from a single leg and took down Zubieta, and now she's laying down some ground and pound. Zubieta knew that she had to get out, immediately moves to the back. She slips off the back though and then gets back into the guard position. But you saw the sense of urgency that she was hunted for those submissions, and I know that's not going to stop here in the second round.
Second chapter of this bout. Zubieta out of Mexico taking on the American Castro.
Both these ladies, 28 years old. But I thought an interesting story, Rodolfo, was that Zubieta wasn't allowed to play sports growing up. And when she turned 18, she's like, I want to try something. And what does she start doing? Muay Thai, one of the most dangerous things that you can do. But she's showcasing that skill now, 10 years in, professionally fighting. And with the open scoring.
The open scoring, all judges giving it to Castro, and has to be, we would assume, because of those takedowns. But you and I were saying the whole jiu-jitsu game that Zubieta had, but they didn't take that into account.
Yeah, sometimes the nuances of jiu-jitsu can go under the rug, especially if there isn't like a grimacing of the face or a really close chokehold. Because who knows, maybe the judges, didn't process that knee bar as like a serious submission attempt. But
there was a triangle attempt as well. They had it pretty locked in too. But
when you're on your back and you're getting ground and pounded for the most part, sometimes those attacks don't look super significant. But I do love the swag that Mariah
you see that trying to switch the legs and the kicks.
She's having some fun out there.
Yeah, that's the confidence is showing from Castro, throwing in those bombs, those hands, the confidence in her fists.
I love the confidence that she had, because she has talked about when she lost some confidence, losing 3 in her amateur career, and now she's at a different point where she's ready to let it fly, but still be calculated in there.
Trading blows, not afraid to counter. It's been a great exchange between these two women, and I gotta tell you, this is an all-woman fight card. A great takedown by Castro. All these fights have just been absolutely incredible. Thanks for watching us here on Fuse. If you're into socials, make sure you follow Combate Global. And heck, tweet what you're watching right now. Let us know how you feel about all our fights, because they have been just absolutely amazing.
Can you even tweet anymore? Do you exit? Is it
exit? Tweet.
But you know what's more important than Twitter? Let's get the TikTok, because on TikTok, we will have all of these highlights coming to you hot. And we've had such a crazy night of fights tonight. I don't know which fight's going to go most viral. I have a feeling Regina, Tarin will go viral. But this ground and pound could go viral for Mariah Castro as well.
Vicious shots from Castro to Zubieta, shutting down her ground game.
Yes, and a way that she's shutting down that ground game is by keeping Zubieta's back and shoulders pinned to the ground.
But she needs to be careful, though, with that arm. Can't leave it open.
100%. You'll see Zubieta try to create an angle, because those are the only opportunities she'll have offensively. But now she's getting her half guard back, and she's going to look to switch her hips off here, get into this dogfight position where you're both on each other's knees.
Positioning, maybe like guillotine approach, or straight knee, right back to the clinch for Zubieta, who for the most part the advantage has gone to Castro in the clinch exchange.
We'll see what she's able to do with those
turnaround, right back to the, well, Zubieta fighting for the guard position.
And right now she has a half butterfly hook, now back to regular guard.
Castro, though, looking really good, very confident in this second round. That first round already going to her. Could she be the second victory inside La Jaula? Could she get a finish, or want to go the distance?
And when we're looking at this position for the jiu-jitsu casuals, it might look like Zubieta is just getting grounded and pounded out, but she actually likes to be in her guard. This probably isn't the optimal position for MMA. If it was strictly jiu-jitsu, having someone between your legs and having their posture broken down by keeping your feet together like that is actually advantageous. But here she's going to try to work off the cage. She's going to have to keep her toes out of the cage, though. But here she's, again, hunting for any type of arm, triangle opportunity that she can get. And Mariah just being relentless.
Oh, look at that arm right there. Left wide open, Zubieta keeping on to it. But now she doesn't have anything right here.
And this is where it gets frustrating with the gloves, because you're not supposed to hold on to it. And I'm not saying Zubieta is, but it's not as easy in no-gi jiu-jitsu to just slip and slide out of those armbar attacks.
Yeah, it's a lot different, especially now when you're in the second round of a bout. Sweat comes into play, grip's not in there anymore.
Beautiful, beautiful head positioning by Mariah Castro. She is really utilizing every ounce of her body and really trying to come off strong off the break, letting it fly.
An exchange when they heard that 10-second count. These ladies bringing it tonight here on Fuse Combate Global, all-woman fight card. Ailed Zubieta getting those final words from her corner. Now, Alex, if you're in that corner, what would you tell her? She's desperately looking for a submission win to take it away with this breakdown of that second chapter of this bout.
Yeah, she's definitely hunting for that submission, but hopefully she can get into a position that's not on her back, because she hasn't had so much luck getting a submission from there. But who knows, maybe if she works in and is on top, she can hunt for a submission from there. But right now, the judges are not going to give her that nod if she keeps getting stuck on her back with Mariah laying down the ground and pound.
It's for Zubieta.
Her corner just warned her, you know, all she's got right now is the triangle and the arm bars. You got this. So Mariah Castro must be feeling pretty good.
Well, she has 5 minutes to carry on those positive vibes. I'm sure she wants a finish. She'll push the accelerator button there. Lost her footing. Now Ailed puts her right into the clinch. As we await those open scoring. Again, Combate Global does have open scoring, so we let you know who's winning while the fight. And speaking of the devil, there it is. Mariah Castro with the advantage of those 2 rounds.
And we've seen Mariah have success with the double underhooks, but again, she changes levels and is looking to get another takedown here.
Very easily taken down. You know, the sprawl is not there for Ailed. She just take it down. Don't know if maybe that is, hey, take me down, because I'm very confident on my ground game. But she's not defending it whatsoever. Because Castro's coming in with those takedowns work quite easily.
Yeah, great cage work from Castro here. Let's see if she'll able to capitalize on another takedown. Wow. Beautiful work. Just everything from her trips, her single legs, her double legs. She's really worked on that wrestling, which is definitely her strongest asset, but even at distance, she's been showing out.
Beautifully executed for Castro, who last competed in La Jaula in May of 23. So she's had a little bit more than a year to work on all those skills that she needed to, Alex.
Yeah, and she's been able to reflect on that performance with Yannet Garcia, who is a Muay Thai specialist. And going up against Yannet, she pieces a lot of people up. So when you get 3 rounds of experience with that, a girl like that, it's going to be very impressive stuff.
She's searching for that arm bar again.
Non-stop.
Lost it. Good way of Castro protecting the arm, keeping that form really close to her body. Zubieta last fought in April, as you mentioned, with that flying armbar, but she also took on Stephanie Rodriguez, who competed here in Combate Global. Lost to her. But so far, what a great fight card. And we'll be back June 22nd, Alex, with mucho más acción from La Jaula. There's lots of Combate Global for you to witness here in on your TV screens on Fuse.
It'll be Claire Lopez versus Kayla Rocco, an awesome, highly profile atomweight bout. And we just saw a crazy atomweight fight between Melissa Gomez and Ana Palacios. I'm sure both those fighters will be watching how Claire Lopez and Kayla Rocco get down, and we could see some matchmaking from them.
There'll be another bout of France between the United States against the United States, as we saw earlier today with Melissa taking on Samantha. The American taking the victory. What an impressive victory for that young lady. 7-0, Melissa Amaya, La Mamba.
And we're in a similar scenario to what we've seen all fight. Mariah Castro able to get Zubieta to the ground, lay down some ground and pound.
Mariah Castro, the wrestling here has been key, positioning her body, using that weight effectively, protecting all her limbs so that she can be submitted. Look at the way of that positioning of the head, keeping Ailed right on the ground, on her back. And there's one way, you know, many people think about it's just taking down for a wrestler, but I think that's what always a wrestler has, right? To keep your opponent down when you're pinning him, right? That's what they teach you, just pin your opponent. And that's that wrestling background for Castro. And if you're able to just defend anything, you're good.
Yeah, and her corner is definitely letting her know that she's up 2 rounds. At this point, all she has to do is not get caught. But with someone like a jiu-jitsu brown belt on their back who is known for their arm bars, you got to be very cautious. But she's playing the right game here, and she's not just holding out for the bell. She's laying it down and trying to get the finish. But will she be able to? So we go 4 for 4 on this ladies' night for finishes.
Yeah, Castro's not definitely just sitting back and enjoying a margarita, enjoying the sun. No, she wants to take this home with a nice victory and a stoppage. Great stuff for Castro. Could it be 2 wins for her inside La Jaula? Well, we're approaching 10 seconds. She wants a victory by way of stoppage. She's putting everything. Castro, did she get the victory?
So
we'll find out after the break. And there you have it. K-Rock taking on Lopez. United States versus France. June 22nd right here on Fuse. Don't miss it. It's going to be an awesome bout between these 2 ladies, Alex.
Yeah, this is definitely the most high-profile atomweight bout that we've had. Claire Lopez getting a lot of work done in Risen recently, and Kayla Rocco really staking her claim on why she wants to be champion of the atomweight division. So these 2 are going to go to absolute war.
And Lopez has represented Combate Global over in Japan, overseas, but K-Rock wants to make a statement training out of the American top team that she has what it takes to defeat this woman from France. June 22nd, mark it on your calendars. We can't wait for this one right here on Fuse. Plus, of course, mucho más acción. We got other fights ready to go on this fight card. Make sure you tune in to our website and our socials, Combate Global, to find out about the other fights that are approaching. Great stuff so far from this all-women's fight card, as we're awaiting the final results of Mariah Castro and Ailed Zubieta in a 3-round war. Zubieta trying to search for that submission, didn't go her way. Castro, the wrestling,
And looks. Little shout out to the Combate Global TikTok. We're going to have a lot of coverage for this Rocco versus Lopez fight because there's so much to talk about with the storylines between these 2, what they're fighting for. So make sure you follow Combate Global on TikTok and also Snapchat. We have a Snapstar account that brings you all the behind the scenes news. That's at Combate_Global. So please check it out because we want to support these fighters in every way we can because the ladies always are bringing mucha más acción. It's a beautiful thing to see.
No doubt about that as we get ready for that. And we're going to get the official result. Beatrice, who took this bout?
After 3 rounds of much more action, this is the final decision. Después de 3 vueltas de mucha más acción, esta es la decisión oficial. Los 3 jueces entregan tarjetas idénticas de 30 a 27. All 3 judges turn in identical scorecards of 30 to 27. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decisions. Todos a favor de la ganadora por decisión unánime. Mariah Castro!
The emotions are rampant as she holds Old Glory in her hands. A victory for Mariah Castro improves to 2-1 over the Mexican Ailed Zubieta.
I love that for Mariah. Well deserved. Coming back after almost a little over a year from fighting and getting it done in such awesome fashion. She's got to be very proud of herself and is going to have some great highlights to take back to her to New Jersey.
I'm sure she'll be putting it up on her reels. Great work. That 1 year she took advantage to improve on the areas she needed to. We saw it here tonight, especially with those hands, mixing it up with the wrestling. Gives her that W. El Jefe Campbell McLaren inside La Jaula. That means he liked it. What a phenomenal fight card. All women competed inside La Jaula. The prospect, 19-year-old Regina Tarin taking the victory. Melissa Amaya remains undefeated, 7-0 over the experienced Samantha Jean-Francois. For Alex Wendley and Campbell McLaren, Rodolphe Roman, have a great night.